going.
My sound's not working. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Can you hear me?
No. I think it's my sound.
I'm gonna mute.
Now? There we go.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe you can connect to the audio or something?
No, I think when Alex was trying to play the Ben's school games earlier, I think he clicked mute.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking to make sure I had all the
Ingredients?
Yeah, I'm trying a few things. I don't have everything, but I'm trying.
You can wing it. It's not really one that you have to like.
Yeah, like I don't have cabbage, so I'm just gonna put in like zucchini and peppers instead. Like so just a vegetable.
Yeah, that'll work. This is the recipe. Like what it comes with, and like that's where it's from. Christine's recipes.
Cool.
How do I unshare my screen?
I think there's a button at the top that says stop screen share.
Yes.
Not my first time doing Zoom.
No. I never screen share.
Usually Skylar does it when we're coaching, but like one time it was just Hill and I. And so we're like, who's gonna do it? I did it. And then I've had to in meetings, so. For like the chicken, do I just cut it into like small slices or something?
Yeah, like little strips or chunks.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. How was your massage?
So good. I like basically fell asleep.
Did you? I should go back again and fall asleep next time.
Yeah.
Jordan's like, I'm gonna sit out on the ottoman outside and watch the Rogue Invitational. He's like, do you want to come out with me? I'm like, well, I'm making pretzels. He's like, okay. So I like got to the stage where I didn't have to watch them aside, and I think I just like passed out on the sofa beside him. He just like, I woke up and he's not there. I'm like, oh, okay.
Did you see any of it or?
I fell asleep in the women's toes to bar event, and I woke up in the men's toes to bar event.
Okay.
So I watched some and I listened to a lot, and I subconsciously listened to a ton. But yeah, I know that Kara's in the lead and Vellner too, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was like interesting to watch a little bit at least.
I watched the first two events. He had them on the TV inside when I was making pretzels. And then once he went outside, I lost interest because I didn't want to sit and stare at a phone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he just buzzed Allie's head.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah. Hopefully he's not doing the top. Here, I can.
Maybe he's tired of the hair ties and the ponytails.
Very possible.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That's going to be in the recorded video now.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's just the sides. Allie's sitting still though, that's awesome. And all the mess is outside, which is even more awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was thinking this afternoon that maybe next week I do crepes.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like something you can make them a savory or a sweet thing.
Yeah.
Depending on what you decide to fill it with. Or the ahi tuna. I'm gonna let it be a vote. And then I think if I can't think of anything, then next week hi Pam. Next week I'll just let it be another vote.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Hello. Oh, there you are. I'm like, where's the screen?
Did you get everything you needed?
I think so. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm just not going to add the fish oil because I think that Mark has an issue with fish. So.
It doesn't even matter. I've made it without before when I didn't have it either.
Yeah, and I was going to do chicken for him and shrimp for me.
Perfect. I'm going to put the website for the recipe in the chat so that if you want to bookmark it, if you like it, you can.
Awesome. Are we using a skillet tonight?
Yes.
Are we putting it in the oven after? No.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know who's joining us, so I'll just wait a couple minutes and then go from there.
Oh, Lisa haven't joined in a while.
That's true.
Like they were doing all the recipes at the beginning.
Yeah. And these are like Anissa kind of recipes where she can sub in seafood.
Yeah. Or halloumi, like.
Yeah. Pam, Jordan's cutting the boy's hair right now. And
Is he buzzing it?
yeah, he like was buzzing Ellie's head and I was like, don't buzz the top, don't buzz the top. But it looks like it was just the sides. And now Ellie just jumped in the pool to rinse off.
But can you thank me, please? Thank you for what? Thank me for being calmer.
Did you hear that?
I did.
No.
That's awesome.
Ben was losing his mind when he woke up from nap time, and we like took literally 45 minutes to calm him down. And he finally is sitting outside now, being like relatively calm. He's not hyperventilating anymore. And all we did was wake him up from his nap because he'd been asleep for 2.5 hours. And he was like hyperventilating. So Jordan saying that he came into him and was like, "Can you thank me for being calm now?" With so much attitude. Jordan's like, "You're welcome." I don't know. Yes, now he has to cut Ben's hair. We had to wait till he was calm enough.
Funny.
Just the drama.
We have to julienne carrots, you said before?
Yeah, I just chopped mine because the boys have trouble chewing them when they're long like that. So I just chopped them and made them smaller for them. But julienne is how it's supposed to be in the recipe.
Okay.
I just buy shredded carrots.
I remember. That's why I'm like, I better get going.
Yeah, smart. I love that Jordan's doing this all one-handed too. He's cutting their hair one-handed. Or wait an hour when I can help you.
If he wants to do something.
Yeah, I think he does. I think he wants to just help. Yeah, so the things to prepare would be like, if you have a veggie, like, do you have cabbage, Pam?
Yeah, I have cabbage.
Okay, cool. So yeah, like dice your cabbage into long strips as well. And you're probably gonna want to slice your zucchini into like tiny noodles, Bethany.
Zucchini?
Yeah, she's
I'm chewing peppers and zucchinis of cabbage.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't get
it's
that.
not on the list.
I literally I screenshot it. I'm like, I read it 5 times.
Yeah, no, she's going off the list.
Hey, at least I'm cooking this week.
Hey, I like it. I never know like who or what, if anyone is gonna show up or not.
Yeah.
Like every time I log in, I'm like, come on, somebody.
Well, I think now that like people aren't stuck at home, it's people have things that are going on, right? So, and then obviously like some recipes are gonna appeal to others more.
Yeah, definitely.
I have nowhere to go, so. My parents don't live here. I don't. My friends we had to do walks or we'll chat, but they all live pretty far. So.
Jordan's parents just went up to the cottage on Manitoulin, so they're gone.
I was just gonna say, where's Tracy? She's not
Yeah.
watching. I was just thinking about you, Tracy. Where is she?
I had to take a shower.
She needs to be here for the picture.
Yeah.
And Kathy Ollerhead's comment.
Yeah. That's true, sure.
Gotta love O. I went to university with Kathy's sister. That's how I know Kathy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were really good friends. And then when she was done, she stayed up in Thunder Bay for a year and taught there while I taught in Ignace. So we hung out on weekends. And then when I moved down here, I lived with her sister. I rented a room from her for like 3 years.
Who's that? Sorry?
Kathy Ollerhead's sister.
Oh,
That's how I know Kathy.
okay.
I've known them for a long time.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's friggin' funny.
She's just so honest.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We used to golf with them. Like Mark and I used to golf with her and Rory back when she was with Rory, but because they're friggin' hilarious.
I bet.
I don't even know what we would ever golf. I just remember my stomach hurting so bad from laughing.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. Those are people you want to hang out with.
Is her sister the same? Like funny like her?
Similar, yeah. And when they're together, so if you play hockey with them, you get to see like the sibling shit, right? Like, like Aaron can drink, and so can Kathy, but Aaron's a bit of a lightweight. So one tournament, Kathy's like, "You're not gonna play," and Aaron's like, "You're not my mom." Like it was, and we were like 30.
That's funny. I can picture that.
Yeah, and then Erin fell, like, as soon as she stepped on the ice and she came off, she goes, "I don't think I'm going to play." Just started laughing.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was not safe.
I can just picture Kathy's face, too, being like,
Told you.
Yeah, she's the oldest, right? And Erin's in the middle. So they're hilarious. And I had just had, it was my first mom trip away.
oh.
So I wasn't drinking because I was still nursing, but they're fun to hang out with. And when I got there, Erin and Kathy sat me down to let me know it wasn't a competitive hockey tournament. I apparently have a reputation. And I was like, "I'm just here to hang out. I want good laughs. Like, that's my weekend." And they're like, "But we're not trying to win." I'm like, "Oh."
They're like, this is a drinking team. This is a beer.
Yeah. Well, they were called the Corona Crushers, and they were Corona beer bottles like on the leg, like on the hockey, what are those, socks, and then the jerseys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they still have them. I bet you Kathy still has the set in her garage.
It's awesome. We're going to have to tell her to watch this one for sure.
Yeah.
Be like, you're the star of the show on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the marinade, that's the first thing you have to do. So you want to marinate your uncooked chicken or your shrimp or your pork, whatever you're going to use. I've used all three different meats, and I've also mixed all three before as well. So it's diverse. So the marinade is, and I always double it because I like things a little more saucy than dry. And I'll double the sauce as well. But so the marinade is 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, half a teaspoon of corn flour or cornstarch, half a teaspoon of sugar. They say white pepper, I just use pepper, and sesame oil to taste. So I use a lot of sesame oil because I like the taste. But 1 teaspoon would be fine. A tablespoon would be great if you're measuring. But I'll type that into the chat so that or copy and paste it rather into the chat probably. Okay. Tracy, I put the website for the thing in the chat so that if you want to follow along easier than this, I know you.
What's the recipe?
What are we making?
No idea what we're even cooking. It's just
making Shanghai fried noodles.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm sure you've made that before, have you?
Probably. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So good. Okay, so that is the sauce. And then, I was sorry, that's the marinade. And then
Then just put the chicken or whatever meat.
yeah, let it just sit in it for a bit while we cook everything else.
Okay.
So we'll cook like the cabbage, we'll cook the vegetables, I should say, since you're doing different vegetables. We'll cook the vegetables first and then the meat.
Okay.
And then this is the sauce. And that should make it a little bit easier. Okay. So I'm going to do my sauce. Tracy, I heard you made Bethany's day today.
I
Sorry?
basically fell asleep.
I said you made Bethany's day today.
She's like, how was it? I'm like, I fell asleep. Like, I was like, so just like the rest of the day.
So chilled out.
Yeah.
Where did I put my teaspoon? Oh, there it is. Okay, so marinade. I'm just gonna put it right into my shrimp that I have defrosted. So I'm gonna do soy sauce. Maybe I'll do a separate one. Do you have any allergies in your house, Tracy? Like food allergies that you can't make?
I do. I'm allergic to pine nuts.
Pine nuts.
Yeah.
You can't have any pesto.
No pesto. Usually I have to be really careful with biscottis too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And this is funny that I'm allergic to this too. It's the fish roe.
Oh,
Like the
really?
fish egg. Yeah. Like I can't have any of like California rolls or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I always ask for it without it because I don't like the sensation of them popping. But,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I always order without them. I feel like it ruins the sushi. So that's interesting. That's a weird allergy. How'd you find that one out? Did you test it or did you eat it?
I ate it. And nothing good came out of it.
Oh no. No
Yeah.
wonder.
The pine nut one was at my cousin's wedding.
Oh no.
Yeah, and so it was the dessert. It was in the biscotti and dessert, and my other cousin, she's a nurse and she married a doctor. So I went up to them and I said, I'm not feeling very well.
Oh my God.
And so my cousin's husband looked at me. He goes, yeah, you're having an allergic reaction. So I had to go to the hospital.
Sorry I can't stay for your wedding.
Yeah.
You killed me.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's a fun way to end a wedding.
Yeah.
I was at a friend's wedding and her husband, or like the groom, was very allergic to any kind of nuts, like pine nuts, tree nuts, peanuts, like literally all the nuts.
Yeah.
And like a special menu planned out in advance to like obviously work around that because it's a concern. And it was noted like everywhere she could have possibly noted it. They come out and I guess they ran out of cake. Like they didn't cut it properly.
Yeah.
And they ran out of the cake that they were serving. So they served the head table. You know that ice cream that's like vanilla chocolate, like it's like vanilla, then strawberry, then chocolate, and then there's nuts all over the top of it?
Yeah.
They served that. And they had to like take it all away from anyone who got it. And then they had to go ask the entire wedding to wash their hands.
Really?
They would take all the utensils out of the place.
Yeah.
And he was like basically spent like he's deathly allergic, so he spent the rest of his wedding night just nervous to touch anyone or like anyone or do anything.
That's so sad.
That was Nick Bell, if you remember him from here on. That was Nick Bell, if you remember him.
Oh, I remember that name.
Yeah. Him and Adam Mariani were best friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was his wedding. And Like, it's just so dramatic for him.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, thank goodness, like, and it wasn't him that found it. It was like one of the groomsmen that was like, hey man, don't touch your table.
Yeah.
So crazy. Oh, weddings. Okay, so so you're gonna put your marinade into your raw, whatever you got going, pork, shrimp, chicken. And then for the sauce, so again, I like to double it. So instead of 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, I'm gonna do 2. Hey, Sarah. Sarah got some color.
Hi today.
Outside today?
Not really.
No?
Yeah.
So Tracy,
Mhm.
you and I both have something pampered chef we want from Sarah.
Yeah.
So since there's 2 of us now, she can put the order in.
Like after you guys were talking about the cast iron skillet, I'm like maybe want to buy one. So
Yeah, you do.
I was like, oh, they
It's
make
the
it sound
best
really good.
It is
Yeah.
really awesome.
Yeah, the Pampered Chef cast iron comes pre-seasoned, so you don't even have to do all that work. It's just literally
Nice.
take it out of the box and use it.
It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I've done
Yeah,
it.
that's kind of what sold it when Cindy was saying all those things about it. I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, no, I need that.
No, I'm like easily convinced into like buying things. At the beginning of all this, I bought so much stuff online. I'd have like sticky notes. It's like as things got delivered, I would have to cross it off. And then I went through a period, I'm like, okay, Bethany, stop. And now I like stopped for so long. Now I'm like, same thing, have the list. Got 2 things from Amazon today. I'm like, waiting for chapters, waiting for Old Navy. I don't know.
Yeah. I actually have money in my bank account and I was stunned. And I was like, what is happening? Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
Why am I up money?
I thought I forgot to pay a bill. Turns out that it's just not going to Starbucks on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Starbucks is a big one.
I know, but when I like added up like what I'd saved, I was like, oh, that's not actually as much as I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, something's better than nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
It's so funny when I go, they're all like, "Oh, are like you back to work?" Because like I haven't, like if I don't go anywhere, I'm not going to go to Starbucks. But like days where I have to like go in to grab something or print something or meet with someone or even just go somewhere, like I'll go to Starbucks for sure.
Yeah.
So now it's like turned in kind of like once or twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an online catalog, Sarah, for Pampered Chef?
Yeah, I'll make an event and then I'll send it out to everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting the granola bar mold.
Oh yeah.
Fancy.
Well, we go through like I'm sure Pam the same way, but like we go through a ridiculous amount of granola bars. Like it's just like it's gross. And the amount of like wrappers alone that we've thrown out in like COVID period is just like ugh. So I just want to make our own. We're home anyways, right? And there's gonna be in the fridge and easy to grab and whatever. So yeah, we're just gonna make our own, and then we can kind of get creative with some flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Sarah was so kind to point out that I can make my own chocolate bars, so that's happening.
Definitely.
So I used to make, when I used to sell more like candy stuff before I got into cakes, I used to make imitation York peppermint patty. And it is so good. And that in a chocolate bar would be like
Heaven.
Yes. So once I get it, that's happening. And also I'd love to make my own bounty bars again too, because I used to do that too. But I used to like hand mold them so they look like actual bounty bars. But put it in this thing. So much easier. Okay, so once you have made your marinade and it's marinating, and you've made your sauce, which again, I just double everything and then just leave it in a bowl to the side. I like to add this black bean garlic sauce because it just gives a little bit more flavor to it, but I put it in the sauce, not with the marinade because I want it to sort of stay more. The marinade just kind of evaporates. The sauce just, once you are at the point where we add the sauce, it more so just soaks into the noodles rather than soaking into your
Water from the
protein. Yeah, I don't know if you guys all found it, but this is the one that where's my light? This is the one that I like to use.
This one I got.
Yes, it's so good. You don't have to use a ton. So if you're measuring, Pam, like 2 tablespoons is great.
Okay.
And it's just like something you can put in on so many things. Sometimes I just like put it all over a whole chicken. It is so good. It's just a like garlic black bean sauce. It's so good. Did I say it's good? Because it's so good. In case you're wondering how I feel about things. Let's see if I can get my olive oil out. So I switched olive oil brands.
Yeah.
Because this one has a pop-up spout. How cool is that? Like, these are the things that I'm excited about right now. And then it squishes down into my lid afterwards. But it's just like an alcohol bottle. It just pours perfectly now. It's like I'm an olive oil bartender. So I'd probably say about a tablespoon of olive oil in your pan for your vegetables. And your cabbage, if you're doing it, is always first, and your carrots because they take so much longer to cook, to wilt. If you ever find what?
Garlic?
You can. I would just hold off right now. Well, actually, you can because your vegetables are going to cook faster. Your pepper and zucchini are going to cook faster than cabbage and this. But I usually add it in a little bit later because it'll burn with how long it takes the cabbage and carrot to cook. And you can add in a little bit of water, like 1 or 2 tablespoons of water, because that helps the cabbage cook too, if you want to. I'm going to put my lid on to make it cook faster.
No, Bryn. There's chicken there.
So for the udon noodles, I tend to go overboard, but luckily the superstore only had the small bag. Normally I do like double this usually. So this one's 400 grams of noodles, and that's how much they call for in this recipe. But if you have the other kind, that's the package of 4, I usually put 3 in because I want leftovers. And I like my noodle to protein vegetable ratio to be more than not. Hi, Bryn.
And you live with Jordan.
And I live with Jordan.
Peeling carrots.
Oh, good job, Bryn. Good helping.
She's peeling the marinades and she saw the shrimp. If that's going in there, I'm not eating it. I'm like, nope, you get chicken.
You got it from Daddy. She must have, like, Bryn must have has eaten, like, some cool meat, though. Like,
Yeah. She usually, shrimp's just a new thing. It's like Copy Daddy, right?
right.
But they'll eat fish, like everything, like salmon and trout.
Well, I'm sure their standards for salmon and trout are a little higher than the average kid, too.
Yeah. They're pretty picky.
Yeah. With your family's profession, I feel like they have the right to be.
Yeah.
Those things. So I was saying to Bethany that next week I was thinking about changing it up a little bit and making something sweet. I was thinking Hello, Sarah.
You have my attention.
I was thinking about making my crepes that I make.
Oh.
Make them sweet or savory, like whatever you want to do. And they also store really well. So if you made like however many from the recipe and then put them in your fridge, you can have them for like a couple days because they store really well.
That sounds amazing.
All right, so that's Sarah's.
That'd be perfect for Father's Day.
Oh, that's right. See, I meant to do it. Except that I'm also ordering donuts for Father's Day. Bethany made me.
I may or may not be equally excited about this.
Yeah.
They're for me though. Is that bad?
No.
Yeah,
Nope.
100% okay.
They're definitely for me as well. Jordan doesn't like donuts as much as I do.
I was just
Yeah,
like,
right?
well, if I order them, then I can like share with my parents, but then I can still try them all.
Right?
My dad will eat anything.
I'm gonna hide them for my brothers that will be here for Father's Day.
Yes, your brothers will be like, so. Yeah.
Hide them.
Here's it.
If you take crepes and you layer them with like vanilla whipped cream, you can make a crepe cake as well. That's really good.
Isn't that a G&D special or wasn't it?
Yeah.
a G&D special?
Yeah,
It was.
so good
Yeah.
with a nice creme brulee topping.
Oh, Sarah.
Did you order the creme brulee donut from Box Donuts? Did you have that one?
Yes, it was really good.
Yeah.
They do
I
really
know. I wasn't gonna order it, and then I was like, oh, I need to order one more donut to make it even. And so I tried that one. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I ordered that one.
It was really good.
Yeah, we might have a problem.
With the box donuts, do they deliver right to your house or?
Yeah. So I don't know what their normal delivery radius is, but like every week, I think on Tuesday they have like a special location that they deliver to, and so a couple weeks ago they delivered specifically to Bradford. So I was like, oh, amazing! I'm ordering these donuts.
Yeah. And this week they did Newmarket because Pesha ordered a box.
Okay.
And I was like, how did I miss that?
I know. But Tracy, when I went to check out for Father's Day, like I was going to get the Father's Day package from there.
Yeah.
And it said free delivery for Newmarket when I put it in.
Oh.
While I was doing it, Bethany said, hey, you want to try a different kind of donut this time? And so, you know.
Yes. Why not?
Yeah. So since we had box donuts last time, I decided to, and the ones that were in the Father's Day set weren't his favorite donuts. So it was just kind of cool because one of them said, I love you, Dad, or I heart Dad or something like that. So I was like, no, that's kind of cute, but yeah. So we're going to get Daddy-O ones instead. Right? Daddy-O?
Daddy-O is the same. It's Daddy.
Daddy-O. Right. The box
Clearly
is
for
big.
Father's Day.
Yeah. Perfect. There's some drama happening outside, so it might get loud in a second. I see tears. Hopefully they don't make me inside. Yes. I already like Alex is already like, I have to pee. I'm like, go in the bush. You're not coming in.
I have to show you guys. Look what I bought this week. I have to flip over my camera. And how do I do that? There it is.
Ooh.
It's a lettuce bowl.
Oh,
Nice.
So cool.
Did you get that from Mimi's?
I did.
I saw them today. I almost bought one.
It's so cool. And then you just like pick your lettuce and it keeps growing.
Which kind of lettuce did you get?
Green lettuce.
Yeah, like green leaf?
I have no idea what kind. I think there's 3 different kinds in here. There's this kind, this kind,
Romaine,
and this kind.
and maybe arugula.
So
And
cool.
that one.
Green leaf.
Yep.
Cool.
I totally saw that today and grabbed it, but then instead I got a donut.
We won't judge you.
You're gonna see your face.
It's like 3 minutes from my house. I'm like, I could ride my bike there and get my donut, but I don't.
Well, so I had to do I have a customer in Mount Albert, and I was like, no, I'll deliver to you. Don't worry. Just so I could go. And then I walked in, and she's like, do you know what you're here for? I was like, I'm only here for the donuts. And she's like, oh, well, have you tried the jammers? And I was like, no, what's that? So they're the donuts, but they're filled with jam. And I died right there.
They were even
they're
softer
so
than
good.
the other donuts. They're so soft, the jammer. Yeah. They were
so
unavailable
good.
when we got there. They had donuts and like 6 loaves of bread left, and they were almost wiped right out. That's funny.
Such a cute little spot for sure.
Yeah.
Mimi's. Sounds like I have to go there.
They all go to here.
You
They all went
definitely
to
have to go there.
That was the place we went to where Haley had her like the Christmas market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where she was selling her stuff. That's how I found out about it. Because she was talking about like her Christmas markets that she was going to. She's like, this place has donuts. I'm like, well, obviously I'm going. You told me.
To support you.
I'll come see you.
And I'm all about supporting independent companies right now. So
yeah.
Yes. That's what happened when I went to drop off Trudy's thank you gift for her gardening book. I was like, happened to drive by Anina's. It happened to be Sarah's birthday. Had to go in. So yeah, so I got donuts from there.
yeah, so good.
And then afterwards, Trudy's like, oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you went there. She's like, did you get the potato chip bacon one? And I was like, no. They had boring flavors that day. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, it's so weird. She's like, every time that my kids go there and I ask for a donut, it just doesn't seem to make it home. Oh, Trudy.
Aww.
Like, you shouldn't let them go there anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, my cabbage and carrots are wilted now. So what I usually do is just transfer it to another bowl, and because I don't like to make 3 pans dirty, you can just shift it over and use another pan if you want to cook your meat. But I just don't typically cross-contaminate when I make this. But what I like about this one, I like to use the red cabbage, like purple, so that it looks pretty in the bowl with the carrots and the purple. Like, it's already such a cool color combo. And then when you toss the shrimp in there, it just gets so pretty. So yeah, so next I'll cook my shrimp or chicken or pork, whatever you're making. That's hopefully been marinating. They say 20 minutes, so that's how long I let it sit for before I switched it over. And then while this is cooking, you want to get your udon noodles in a pot with some water. Sorry, it's going to be a little loud with my water. Okay. So just bring your water to a boil and toss the udon noodles in there. I usually do them for like 3 minutes, not very much time at all. Just enough to get them soft and not rubbery. I've heard that you can just put the udon noodles right into the mixture, but I find that it makes the noodles a little too tough for me or even the kids to chew. So I prefer to boil them and then fry them.
Tracy, you look so relaxed.
I had a hard day at work.
Oh.
How many people did you have today?
I just had 3.
It's still like a
more
long
than I
day.
wanted, but
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's 3 hours of standing.
yeah.
Plus everything in between, like with the cleaning, right?
The cleaning, yeah. The disinfecting.
How are you feeling about it all? It's going well, not well?
I love being back. It's the disinfecting that I find very, very challenging.
Yeah.
Like, I have to wipe down the whole room. So it's before I'd have to clean the table and the face rest and everything like that. But now I have to like clean the light switches, clean the doorknob, clean clean the whole door. Like my desk, I clean. Any surface, I have to clean the chairs, and the floor I spray.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of extra.
Yeah.
So did your like governing body, once they said, hey, you can open, did they have like a framework of like, these are the things you have to do, or these are the things you should do?
No, we had we were sent like a 9-page email saying you must do these things, like, and it was just lists upon lists, and it was a lot. And then all our disinfectant has to be approved by Health Canada. It has to be on their approved list.
Okay.
Same with the masks that I wear. It has to be a medical, surgical, or procedure mask.
Jeez.
So it can't be just any mask.
So lots of airflow.
That's honestly like what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, I feel so bad for Tracy having to wear this mask for an hour. Like, I just was like, oh my gosh. Like,
I'm used to it now.
Like, it's safe. Yeah, but it's just, it feels like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, that'd be so awful.
Yeah, like just in your face.
It's okay. That's like the least of my worries now.
Yeah, that's good. That's true. But if you think about like other places, they have a whole dedicated person. Like, I didn't go out much today, but I went to Chapters to get the kids or to get Ben's teacher tips. And there's like a dedicated person standing at the door for hand sanitizing.
Yeah.
Like, that's their whole job. And then she just constantly is wiping down the door handles. And then I went out, and then I went over to Starbucks, which it's funny because I texted Jordan and I was like, listen, right beside Starbucks, if you want one, like, I'll just walk in, like, basically telling him to order it so I don't have to pay for it. And I also don't have to wait in line. So he did. And so I'm walking out of Chapters, I put my stuff in the car, and then I'm going into Starbucks. And she was like, oh, Jordan's order is on the table. I'm like, it's not bad enough that you know him. You know me too now. Like, knew it was for Jordan and it was me picking it up. Like, anyways, but her whole job was just to like guide people to where to go and to wash the doors. And, like, you're doing what other companies are hiring for a whole person.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
But I'm so happy to be back.
When the clinic's open, like, is the clinic open for anybody else?
Today there wasn't. It was just me and the chiropractor.
Yeah.
But during the week, there's 3 family doctors who are there.
Okay. Do they share the load for like disinfecting the place? Okay.
Yeah, and we have cleaners coming in every night, cleaning the whole place.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's helpful, but probably expensive, but helpful.
Yep. But it's just the cost of business now.
Yeah. Okay. So now is a good time if you're cooking your meat, if your meat's basically cooked, to toss in some garlic if you wanted to add some chopped diced garlic into it. I'm doing my shrimp right now. I added garlic powder to my shrimp instead of the diced because I just didn't feel like getting my hands garlicky. So yeah, but yeah, this is now a good time for you to do that so that it's in the pan.
Pampered Chef has a really good garlic press. You just put the whole thing in and squish.
I have that.
I have a garlic press, but I just never want to clean it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have like a chopper and I love it, but it's such a pain to clean. But I still use it because it's awesome.
The Pampered Chef has like one with a little comb, so it like presses up into the holes, so it cleans really easily.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah.
My dad got me, I don't know if it's in here, but my dad got me one that's shaped like a clove of garlic. And then you just spin it, and there's just like plastic inside that just breaks the garlic down. But again, cleaning that one too. I just go, yes, that's the one.
Yeah, I live by this, but it's such a pain to clean.
It's a pain to clean. But it's really cute.
Worth it.
Yeah. It's kitschy.
It's cute.
And then for my wedding, Jordan, like our wedding registry, Jordan had registered for like the actual like Henkel garlic press. So it's like a fancy like press. But it's been 10 years since we got married, so most of that stuff is all broken and gone. So yeah. Okay, so your protein should be just about done. Yeah, everybody kind of right there.
Almost.
Okay, cool. Let me know when you're there. I'll turn mine off. And your noodles can go into the water if you are doing that. So except for the sodium in this recipe, it's a relatively healthy recipe because you're getting a lot of vegetables that you probably don't normally eat. Like most people don't typically cut up cabbage and eat it. So that's a good thing to put in. Udon noodles, there's not much to them. So they're a good carb, an empty carb, but a good carb. And then like there's a lot of protein in this. So yeah, the worst thing about this recipe is the sodium. And there's like fat in the sesame oil, but it's good fat. So
A little bit.
this is actually a healthy recipe as opposed to next week where it's not. I'm gonna buy like bananas, Nutella, whipped cream. I've been wanting Crepe Star so badly, and we were supposed to go on a date there right before this whole thing happened, and we never got to go. We were supposed to go like Five Guys, Crepe Star, and it got canceled with COVID. So yeah, it's been a 13-week-old craving now.
My chicken's
But-
good.
Your chicken's good? Okay, cool. So now you can add your vegetables to your chicken or shrimp, ham too. Yep. Or whichever one you're adding to. And then immediately add in your sauce. And while your noodles are cooking, just sort of blend it all together. I'm gonna just show you my pan because it is so pretty right now. If you can see all the colors that are in it. It's so pretty with the orange and the like light pink and the purple. So pretty. You can add anything green to this too. Like Bethany's added zucchini. You can add broccoli to this easily. You could add edamame, peas, snap peas would be really good. Things I didn't buy. So you're gonna want to cook that like medium, sort of just let it simmer a little bit because you want to get the sauce to work into the protein right now. And then as soon as your noodles are done, you're gonna add those into the mix as well. And then I usually let it simmer for about 5 minutes, but you can serve it right away. I just like the noodles to get some of the sauce. The best thing about making too much of this one is when it's leftovers that all of the sauce gets absorbed into the noodles. And then the next day the noodles are amazing. So just saying. This is the one you kind of like plan for leftovers. And it like when you heat it up in a frying pan or in the microwave or whatever, the juices of everything else kind of come through and it works. It's still good. Pam and Bethany, how you guys doing? Are you just coming along?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I just put everything in the pan. Just wait for the noodles.
Perfect, me too. I've definitely drawn this one out longer for the sake of cooking show and talking to my friends. But this recipe is supposed to only take 25 minutes. So it's supposed to be 10 minutes of prep and 15 minutes of actual cooking. But, you know, I get some peace and quiet right now. I get peace and quiet. They get a happy mom and a cooked meal. So it's a good trade.
Yeah, they get to eat.
Yeah, they get to eat. I went out today for like, I think it was 45 minutes, and it honestly felt like I'd been away for 4 days. It was so nice to just like, it's the first like time I've been into a store that wasn't a grocery store, like into Chapters. They have a lot of cool new stuff. Just putting it out there. There was something, oh, Tracy, there was something I saw that I almost got you. It was like, you know, at the front when you're waiting in line, they have all that just random crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot, what was it? It was something that I was like, oh, you should totally appreciate this. Oh, it's gonna bother me. I'll message you later when my brain comes back too. But they always have, so they had this one little thing that Alex got once. It's like this bendy elasticy guy that has like elastics at all his joints, so you can move him every which way, and all 4 of his appendages have suction cups, and we call him Sticky Guy. And the last time I was there before this, they had like lots of them, and someone gave it to Alex, like a neighbor gave it to Alex for his birthday. So I was trying to find Ben one, but they had like, you know, the naked swimming guy to hang from your drink. They had like donuts. They had all these other random things, but not the Sticky Guy today. Shoot, it's gonna bug me. What was the thing that I saw? Because I was so excited. I'm like, I'm gonna tell her about it. And Saturday night. I'll think of it. It's like, this is such a Tracy thing.
I was there the other day buying
Right?
that Spark of Light book, and I saw they had a bunch of like planting pots, and one was like a sloth.
Yeah.
It was so cute. It was like hanging from a branch, and you can plant plants in his like where his belly was. So it's really cute.
That's cute. They honestly had so many cool things. Like, that's the store that I always go buy Michelle Hollis stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's like the whole store is her to me. Like, it's like a very Michelle random stuff. And she loves giant socks, and they have the best giant socks.
Oh really?
Yeah, their reading socks are that's what they're called. They're called reading socks.
Yeah.
And they are the best, like long, comfy, cozy socks. And they're almost always like buy one, get one free. So I buy her a pair and then I get a pair. And as Bethany has seen through the last 12 weeks, I'm super hard on socks. So mine don't last that long. Okay, my noodles are done. I don't know about anybody else.
Do you like the book so far, Tracy? Have you started it?
I haven't started it yet. I'll probably start it tomorrow.
So it's interesting because the way the book goes, it's actually backwards in time. So it's hours at a time, and it goes reverse. So it's really interesting how even though it goes backwards in time, like the story develops. But it takes like a lot of thinking when you're like, oh, it's going backwards.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so Ashley Harridge had read it before me, so she was telling me that. I'm like, oh, okay, but it's so good.
It is a really good book. It's really weird. I remember messaging Bethany afterwards and being like, that was weird. But it's a good book. But I remember being
more good than weird.
Yeah. Just wasn't what I expected. Like, A Spark of Light as a title sounds like something happy.
Yeah.
But it isn't? Oh.
It's not happy.
Great.
It's deep.
Yeah,
that's like, have you ever read?
That's fair warning too. It's not a happy book. Like, it's not like, aww kind of book.
It's have you ever read Jodi Picoult's books before?
No.
Okay, yeah. I think that was like the second book of hers that I've read. I've read a few. So yeah.
That's the most twisted of her books that I've read, but it's very good.
I don't know. I read 19 minutes and that was like super twisted to the point where I'm I don't even know if I understood what happened.
I haven't read that one yet. Yeah. I'm just happy that I get to be part of book club without actually reading something, like, or like reading something right now because I read it when I had time to read stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I still missed the last one, even though I'd read the book. I was like, oh, oops. I was like, yes, another book I've read, because I ordered When the Crawdads Sing, and it took forever to come.
Yeah.
And so I have it. I still have to read it though, but I've had like a few other books I wanted to read beforehand. So.
This is going to be a messy one to plate.
Yeah.
It's all the noodles and the vegetables and stuff, but
I'm nervous.
I'm going to try for the sake of the gram. So Sarah, every single day, Ben, since we came to see you on your birthday, Ben's been like, I think Sarah needs to see us today. And I'm like, oh yeah? She's like, yeah. I'm like, she's working. He's like, she'd probably stop.
She probably would.
She would. So we went to Sarah's, and Sarah's got a giant pond, and it was full of tadpoles, but tadpoles that are actually like going through the second stage of metamorphosis, not just like where we saw them, where they were just tadpoles. And Sarah let them like scoop their hands in and grab some.
Because there's a trillion of them.
Yeah. And
Yes.
so basically Sarah's a rock star and they're obsessed.
I'm going to walk down there now and see if there's any left.
Oh, that's good. I'll be able to give them an update, and then they'll be like, can we go there? So our neighbor got the same water cannons as us, like water sprayers, and they're like, it's a double cannon water sprayer, and they're currently spraying each other over my fence right now. That's awesome. Okay, Pam and Bethany, when you guys have yours plated, let me know.
Okay.
But yeah, Ben remembered everything, Sarah. He was even like, remembered the flamingo. He was like, remembered the dock and the beach and the boat. And Alex was like, there was a bench. Like,
There was a
the
bench.
bench.
Oh, gross.
Are they there? Are they frogs now?
No, can you see them?
Yeah, there's so many.
There's so
Wow.
many, and they're so much bigger.
Yeah, they are so much bigger. If
Oh,
you
please
haven't,
don't get a leech. Please don't get a leech.
oh, they're
Oh.
huge. Look at them. They're massive. Wow.
They're harder to find. They're more out than they were.
Yeah. They don't have as many disruptions as they do at the pond that we're at. Oh, they've got legs.
Yeah, they're definitely like way bigger.
Ben would lose his mind right now. He would totally hijack this cooking class if I was right now.
There's my flamingo.
It's giant. Like, that doesn't do it justice. I think my entire family could sit on that with 6 feet apart.
And I should clarify, it's my sister-in-law's, not mine.
Kelsey's, isn't it? Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, Pam, have you got yours plated?
Yep.
Awesome.
I threw cashews on it.
Ooh,
Ah,
nice.
Very nice.
Good ad.
That is a good ad. Green onions and cashews would be like perfect.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Green onion, I got some.
Bethany's like, where are my cashews?
I love it.
It's like, I don't even know if I have cashews.
Red pepper flakes are good. I also add sriracha to this for Jordan and I once I made it, because I can't add it when I'm cooking it because of the boys, but we always cover the whole thing in sriracha when it's done.
Nice.
All right, you want to hold up and smile and look pretty? Are you ready, Tracy?
Wait.
You ready? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Perfect.
Nice.
Awesome.
So excited.
Well, let me know how it is. And Tracy, when you make it sometime this week.
Yep. I'll get it in.
Yeah. And Sarah, thanks for coming and joining anyways, just for fun.
I will make it one day.
Oh, Yes.
It's such a good recipe. I love it.
Yeah. I just didn't do anything today, so I didn't get to the grocery store.
I think that's fair. You have earned a don't do anything day today for sure.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, it's nice to see you ladies.
Thanks.
Great seeing everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.